When James told me that he was going off to rehab, the first thing I thought was, well, I'm not surprised. I mean, it was only a matter of time before any one of us checked into rehab.
James went away in June of 2001, and he said that I'll be back in 5 weeks.
Which turned into 8 more weeks, which turned into a few more months, which, you know, turned into a few more months.
It was a bit of a sandwich, though. What is it? The unraveling of a band? And then there were 2.
I was just left wondering, you know, what's going on? Do we even have a band?
I'm prepared for the worst.
Coming up, Metallica faces extinction.
I didn't even know if I was going to be in the band anymore.
We started thinking, well, is he ever going to, like, figure it out?
Next on When Metallica Ruled the World.
During the entire period where James was in rehab, Metallica looked like it was falling apart.
The longer James chooses to stay away from dealing with us, the further we drift apart. He was away for months and months and months. Even by the time he came back to San Francisco, he was still doing his own thing.
I had to step up and take care of myself. My life was filled with other things, connecting with family again, trying to save my marriage, seeing my kids. I didn't even know if I was going to be in the band anymore.
We started thinking, well, is he ever going to, like, figure it out?
It took a lot of thinking. What's going on in my head now? Where am I at? What do I need in my life? A lot of stuff.
Eventually, he did tell us that he was ready.
Anyway, here we are.
Play a riff.
Probably the best sound I've ever heard in my life was the fact that you were playing guitar in here.
It was just great to have him there, to know that it's not going to end.
Having the support from band, it was just amazing. It was like being born again.
We really had to go through all those bad, dark times to get back to the good times.
The big machine started rolling again, and they kind of swung back into Metallica world.
The album, Saint Anger, made a lot of sense. It spoke so much of my heart and of everyone else's heart in the band.
We've proven that you can make aggressive music without negative energy. That was awesome! Towards the end of the Saint Anger cycle, we realized, okay, now we have to get a bass player because now we have to take this elsewhere.
So we started auditioning.
I thought that it would be really, really great if I at least got an opportunity to jam with the guys. So when I received that phone call, you know, I was pretty excited.
I could, try battery.
It was so evident that he was the guy for us.
I looked over at him during Whiplash. He was just right in the pocket and in there. It hadn't been played that way since Cliff.
We wanted to send a message that he would start out immediately as an equal.
To show you how serious we are about this, offer you $1 million to join our band right now.
I can't really talk right now. I was pretty much in shock. For a second, I thought they were joking.
It was them saying, we're going to do this different. We're going to do this right. We're not going to make the same mistakes that we've made with Jason.
To walk into that environment and to have it be sort of a clean slate was amazing.
The one thing about Metallica over the years is they've never been afraid to do something different and take chances. And I think with Some Kind of Monster, they took a big chance.
It started out as a 5-minute promo film, and it just transformed into something really raw, real, and honest.
When I was running this morning, I was thinking about seeing this today, the word comes up so much. That's so
hugest chapter in my life.
It was just like everything else Metallica's done in their career. It's a ballsy move.
They don't let the outside world sway them. They do what they want to do, and they always find a way to get back on top.
When Saint Anger came out in June of 2003, it hit #1 in 30 countries.
When it did debut at #1, that is a good feeling. That, man, you could put your heart out there no matter how black it is, and people can understand it.
It felt like all the blood, sweat, and tears that we shed for this band to try to turn it back into a functional, creative entity actually paid off.
From the minute they took the stage for the first time, they felt that they had overcome so much that they truly felt bulletproof.
Metallica is in a real good mood tonight.
Metallica is in better shape than it's ever been before. And when you've been doing something like this for 23 years, that's a pretty big statement.
It seemed for a long time like we would never really make it to this point.
All right.
But we're still here, and we're still kicking ass.
Get on the train with us and hold on tight, because we don't stop, we go hard.
We still rule the world.